What is up? What's going on, Washington fans? What's going on? Shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out Tone Ho. What's up, man? He said, I hope Dwayne can shine against the Browns. I'm not giving up hope on him. Typical Zach, what's going on? Stone Jack Baller, what's going on? Jack Miller, Rufio, Samuel Hadley, what's going on? JB Hardy, what's going on? Shout out to him. He's a gentleman. Yeah, there's some bots in here. There's been some, yeah, if y'all can just block this bot that is in the chat real quick, that'd be greatly appreciated from my mods. If you guys could go ahead and block that bot for me. Trip Moore, what's going on? AM Hunter, what's up, man? He's a channel member as well. Shout out to AM Hunter with the best profile picture out there in the Washington Nation. So of course we took an L on Sunday. I said we were going to take an L on Sunday. I didn't think we were going to lose by that much. And a lot of people gave me a hard time. Shout out to Volker, HTTWFT. Hail to the football team. Ahmad it's Ed Strong. Ahmad is a moderator. That's what it is. Bakar Taji said, hey, Ed, it's time to move on from Haskins, bro. Yeah, Born Ready Jones, what's up, man? He said, my guy, Ed, I'm a bot. You're a funny guy. I know you guys are still looking for a coach. Billy Donovan, the Bulls did hire Billy Donovan. I don't know if the Pacers have hired a head coach yet. I'm not sure if you guys have hired a head coach. But yeah, so a lot of people are ready to move on from Dwayne Haskins. I'm not one of those people. And you see in the title I said, did the league done messed up or did we mess up by drafting Dwayne Haskins? Now, and I want to go over some rookie quarterback stats here just to give you guys some insight and comparisons to other people. It could be an apples to oranges comparison, but you just gotta look. You gotta look at what's going on with rookie quarterbacks in the history of the game. You look at Alex Smith, who's on this roster. Drafted by the 49ers, he was the first pick of the draft. He had 1 touchdown and 11 interceptions in his rookie season. This is what Alex Smith did. Now you look at Randall Cunningham, who was a Hall of Fame or almost Hall of Fame quarterback. His rookie season, 1 touchdown, 8 picks. Then you go on to, I think this is Peyton Manning, 26 touchdowns, 28 picks in his rookie season. Then you look at, this is Troy Aikman, 9 touchdowns, 18 picks in his rookie year. So I mean, the list goes on and on and on for rookie quarterbacks not playing well. So in Haskins, this is his 9th start. So Haskins did not look good at all on Sunday. I think we can all agree with that. But it takes time for young quarterbacks to get going. It does. It takes them longer than others. Some guys are not going to come out the gate and look like Lamar Jackson or look like how RG3 did or how some other guys are. I'm not going to make excuses for Dwayne Haskins. He's got to step it up. And I know if he doesn't play well this year, then yes, Ron Rivera most likely. I think probably 80% to 90% he will move on from Dwayne Haskins if he does not finish the season out well at all. And he might even pull him by week 8 if he doesn't step it up. If he keeps playing like this, I don't see Haskins maybe even making it to week 5, honestly. So I do think he is going to step it up. He's got to play better. His mechanics were bad on Sunday. The footwork was pretty bad. The touch was awful. 0 touch at all. Overthrew Logan Thomas in the end zone on a 3rd and goal. Threw the ball in the dirt on a 3rd and 2 to Dontrell Inman. That could have been a first down. Just a couple of missed passes here and there. The fumble. The fumble wasn't on him. It was on Brandon Sheriff, who was out for 3 to 5 weeks, man. And it's not all his fault, man. Offensive line is bad. Shout out on the Warpath. He said, I'm rewatching this massacre. Yeah, it was awful. Our offensive line is bad. Receiving core is one of the worst in the league. Running backs, we haven't got a lot of production out of them. They did play better on Sunday, but it's still a young guy in Antonio Gibson who had 33 carries in college. Still learning the position. Played a lot better on Sunday. Jaden McKissick played a lot better on Sunday. And, Logan Thomas is a quarterback playing tight end, so we just don't have a lot of weapons on this roster. So I'm not going to make excuses for the guy, but is he in the best situation? I think we all can agree that he's not. And that's 100% true. Oscar Josue Montel, what's going on, man? He's a channel member. Make sure you guys sub up his channel as well. Make sure you sub up on the Warpath channel, man. He's at 1,000 subs, so shout out to him. JB Hardy 1 says, only week 2. Yes, you're correct. Haskins has started 9 games. I listened to Sean Springs this morning on the radio. He said you can't really tell what a quarterback is until you see 56 starts. That's a lot of starts. That's a lot of what is that? That's like 4 years. And everybody loves Kirk Cousins. It took Kirk Cousins a long time to get going. It took him a little while to get going. He was pretty trash when he started out. But he had a really good game against the Ravens where he saved us, and he played well against the Browns. You know, what throws salt on the wound, Juan Gotti Talking Sports, what's up, man? He said Haskins will throw. Juan, relax, because every time you make a big prediction on Haskins, it looks like it's not going well. So, because at first you said MVP, now you're saying he's going to throw 5 TDs, and I really hope it doesn't backfire and ends up being 5 interceptions on Sunday against the Browns. I do think we are going to play better against the Browns, though. I don't know what's going to happen with the result, though. I'm not going to say whether we win or lose until Friday, my prediction, or I might just not even say who's going to win or lose. I don't want to jinx it, you know. Pedro Smith, what's going on, man? What's up? Shout out to Pedro. Make sure you guys sub him up. The freshman, he's a channel member. What's going on, man? What's up, man? He said our offense needs to start better in the first half. Yeah, I mean, we're punching ourselves in the gut, shooting ourselves in the foot. That's what we're doing. You cannot be down 10-0, 17-0. You know, we're not going to play against Carson Wentz and a banged up offensive line every week. It's just not going to happen. You know, you play against a mobile quarterback and Kyler Murray, he's going to cut you up. You know, you're playing against DeAndre Hopkins, playing against Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella, you know, running past Troy Apke, running past Trashkey, you know, Trapkey. I was calling him Trapkey, but now he's Trashkey, you know, and I really don't want to have to bring out the trash can again. But Troy Apke, he's really fighting hard to be the next trash can. He really is. Trapkey, my fault. Trapkey's been bad. Ronald Darby has been beaten like a drum twice. He was beaten badly by Jalen Reagor, and then he got beaten badly by Christian Kirk or whoever. I think Andy Isabella, one of those guys. But our offense has to be better. You know, it could be on Scott Turner. It could be on Dwayne Haskins. It could be on the offensive line. Everybody should take the blame. You know, I'm not a fan of everybody saying, oh, the game was 100% on Dwayne Haskins. You know, people forget that Steve Sims fumbled a punt return. People forget that, you know, Landon Collins let DeAndre Hopkins just walk into the end zone like it was nothing. The best player on the field, you let DeAndre Hopkins, who was the best player on the field, walk into the end zone, just walk behind you and get an easy touchdown. That's inexcusable. Stuff like that cannot happen. And then Brandon Sheriff was beat like a drum, and Haskins fumbled on the 5-yard line. We had a holding penalty on Morgan Moses. You know, we do have to hold Dwayne accountable, and a lot of people have held Dwayne accountable. You know, so I do want to give the guy a chance. I want to see what he has for 16 games. I don't know. I know a lot of people want to pull him now and put in Kyle Allen or put in Alex Smith, but you got to give the guy. I just feel like you got to give him a full season. I feel like you got to give him 16 games. Ron Rivera, he's in the mindset, you know, and Ron Rivera, he threw in the white flag. He didn't call the timeouts at the end of the game. He waved the white flag. He's basically saying this is a rebuilding year. He doesn't want to get guys hurt. He just wants to, you know, see what we have on this roster. And I don't 100% agree with that take. You know, everybody's saying this is a rebuilding year, but I feel like, you know, the NFC East is just so trash to the point where, you know, 8-8 can win the division. 7-9 might even win the division. The Eagles look so bad, and the Giants got even worse recently. It looks like the Giants got worse than what they were last year, to be honest with you. So the NFC East is really, really bad. Reggie Reg, what's going on, man? His HGT WFT Washington family. He's a channel member as well. Shout out to my man, Reggie Reg. We had a great time at Proper 21 when we won. And on a bright side, I'll say some positives about Dwayne Haskins. You know, we're talking about all the negative and all the terrible stuff that he did on Sunday. And the first game, the Eagles game, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like he won that game for us. You know, he just didn't turn over the ball. He basically has been Alex Smith. Like I called him before. I said he was Alex Smith Jr. He's not turning over the football. He's dinking and dunking. His best throws are screen passes and slant passes to Terry McLaurin. Those are his best plays. Or a slant pass to Logan, screen pass to Logan Thomas, screen pass to Steve Sims. Those are only plays that he's really been able to convert on. We haven't seen him throw a deep pass. We haven't seen him throw anything. Shout out to my mom. She said always look forward to your analysis, Ed. Shout out to her. She is an elite channel member as well. She's an elite channel member as well. So shout out to her. But she says always look forward to your analysis, Ed. Yep. Every Tuesday. So Finsky said, why would you want to win the NFC East going 8-8 so we can trash on the lights and pro season? Hey, man, I'm just tired of not making the playoffs. So, honestly, I take the playoffs. I really don't care. Anything can happen. You know, anything can happen. You just never know, man. You never know what can happen in the postseason. You know, we could play against, you know, the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers haven't looked that great. You know, I'm not saying we would beat the Buccaneers in the playoffs. But, you know, who knows? Who knows what happens when you get in the playoffs? You know, I don't want another top 2, top 3 pick. That's just not what I'm looking for this year. I'm really not. But if it happens, then you got some quarterbacks that look really good in the draft, and if we're really that bad, top 5 pick, then hey, you know, you go with a guy out of Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, or you look at Justin Fields, or you look at Trey Lance. You look at one of those guys. If you really don't want Haskins, if we finish bottom 5 in the league, bottom 4, 5, 3, whatever it is, then yeah, Ron probably is going to move on to a different quarterback, in my opinion. But Charles Mitchell. Yeah, I want us to have some type of winning season this year. I went through 3-13 last year. It was terrible. It was painful. It was really bad. It was painful. So I don't want to sit through that. We already tanked for Chase Young. I really don't want to tank. I do want to see Haskins be successful. I want to see him step up in the pocket and be confident. I don't want to see him on social media for a little while. I don't want to see him on Twitter. I don't want to see him on Instagram. A lot of that stuff, he had the best workout. He was the MVP of the all season. Haskins had a heck of an offseason. I cannot bash Dwayne Haskins for his offseason. He lost 15 pounds. He looked good on Instagram. He worked out with Antonio Brown, a.k.a. Antonio Clown. He worked out with Odell Beckham. He worked out with Cam Newton. He worked out with Deshaun Watson. He worked out with Chad Ochocinco. The list goes on and on and on. So you just got to show it on the field. You got to show that confidence. You got to get the jitters out in the beginning of the game. Your first quarter has to look like, your first quarter has to look like how he's been playing in the fourth quarter. He's not really getting comfortable until the second half or until we're down by 17 points. You just can't be, oh, we're down by 17. Now let's play football. It can't be like that, and the defense can't win us games all the time. Femi fan says by game 6 we will be in better shape. Yeah, they should be in better shape right now, honestly. They really should be. But Scott Turner, this is really his first time being an offensive coordinator, starting off the season, not just, because I know last year he was offensive coordinator with the Panthers, but this is his first time, I think, really starting game 1 being an offensive coordinator. I could be wrong, but Scott Turner's learning himself. A lot of people are saying we should have kept Kevin O'Connell. I do agree with that statement, but it is what it is. We can't bring Kevin O'Connell back. He's gone. He's with the Rams. The Rams are undefeated. He's with Sean McVay. And Kevin O'Connell, who knows? He might get a head coaching job in the next 2 years. Because look at Jared Goff. Jared Goff is another rookie quarterback that struggled his rookie year. They gave him a chance. They developed him. He got better. So, you got to give these rookie quarterbacks a chance. You just cannot throw them to the wayside after 2 games. It doesn't work like that all the time. It just doesn't. Outlaw King, should they make a trade for a left tackle? We need a left tackle badly. Jaron Christian is a turnstile, a turntable. He's really bad. And I don't even know if he's an NFL left tackle sometimes when I watch him play. It's really bad. Wes Martin has been a turntable at times. Brandon Sheriff has been a turntable. The whole offensive line has been really bad. It's been really bad. Collectively, as a unit, they've been pretty bad in my opinion. They probably are the worst offensive line. And Brandon Sheriff being out, now Wes Schweitzer is playing. Now we're going to sign Jeremy Vucevic. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing his name or not. But wow, it's a little scary. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty bad. Our offensive line is really awful. It's bad. Morgan Moses has been the one bright spot on the roster. He's been the one bright spot at the offensive line. He pancaked Isaiah Simmons, the guy that everybody really wanted. I heard some guys wanted Isaiah Simmons last year over Chase Young in the draft. Isaiah Simmons so far has not panned out so far. It's only been 2 games though. It's only been 2 games. JB Hardy said, "What do you think about Jordan Reed having 2 tests?" Yeah, he's not on the roster anymore, so I can't really say too much. But hey, players leave and do better all the time. Look at Quentin Dunbar got a pick on Sunday Night Football. Jordan Reed is playing well. Guys always leave and get healthy. That's what happens, man. All the time. Guys leave and get better. They always go to winning teams. Trent Williams is on the Niners too. They're probably going to go to the playoffs, of course. And, that's what happens. Coaches leave and get better, Sean McVay, head coach. Kevin O'Connell probably will be the next head coach up next, Kyle Shanahan. So, you can go on about all the guys leaving and getting better. Brashad Breeland winning the championship with the Chiefs and, Preston Smith going to the Packers and being a top 100 player now, a Pro Bowl player. So, guys leave the Washington franchise and get better all the time. All the time. OKG 2000 Haskins needs more weapons. How can we be going out there with guys like Emmett and Thomas? Yeah, I said that. I didn't like our offseason, honestly. And I said that 100 times. Calvin Harmon, it's unfortunate that he got injured. That really hurt us pretty badly at the wide receiver position. But even if Calvin was healthy, I really wasn't a big fan of our wide receiver core. And I remember Pro Football Focus or whatever article came out, they said that we were the 32nd ranked team or the dead last at the wide receiver core. And it's hard to argue that because and I love Steve Sims. I'm a big Steve Sims fan. You know, he kind of pissed me off with the kick returns and the punt returns on Sunday. But, you know, you look at the roster, Dontrell Inman, he ain't it, man. It's just, you know, he's a veteran. There's a reason why, you know, he's been on multiple teams. You know, the Patriots have cut him. The Colts have cut him. Many teams have released him in the last, 3-4 years. His only good season really wasn't in 2015 with the Chargers with Phillip Rivers. And that was 4 years ago. I'm getting Paul Richardson vibes with Dontrell Inman. At least he's staying healthy. I just got a feeling he might be another disappointment with a Paul Richardson. The only thing is Dontrell Inman's on a 1-year deal, so it doesn't hurt, you know. But if you want to give AGG some more playing time, you know, like Ron's saying, you know, you want to see the young guys. You know, he said this offense is not going to hit their potential until next year. So he's saying things like that. So you might as well go ahead and play the young guys, have the youth movement. You know, see what AGG has. You know, 4th-round guy. I heard he's really raw, but you might as well see what he's got. Isaiah Wright, you know, everybody loves Isaiah Wright. Throw him out there. He's explosive. See what he can do. You know, everybody loves Cam Sims. Cam Sims had a Shaq and a fool offensive pass interference where he just shoved the guy, you know, engaged him and just shoved him up the field. Might as well just picked him up and just shoved him and threw him on the ground. That's how bad the pick was by Cam Sims. It was awful. It was terrible. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. You know, I think we should definitely give some of the young guys some go. But Inman, you know, he dropped some passes. There was one play, like I said, it wasn't all Inman's fault. Dwayne Haskins is 3rd and 2. Haskins beams the ball, it hits the dirt, you know, and Inman was wide open for the first down. Haskins has to step up and make that play. You know, I know he's got that running clock in his head, and he might be scared because the offensive line is trash, but Haskins has to make that throw, man. He has to make that throw. Dontrell Inman, like I said, I wasn't a fan of that signing. I really wasn't. I wasn't a fan of the signing at all, honestly. Kenny Man finished out of him. He's an elite channel member. We will be going live next week, next Tuesday. It's gonna be live. Him and DC Bay is gonna be super lit. He says Haskins is awesome in hurry mode. That's his strength. Now to play to. I love that comment. I love that comment by my man Kenny. Shout out to Kenny, man. I love that comment. That's where he's best. You know, he's better with up tempo. You see what Kevin O'Connell did last year, where it was more up tempo stuff. You saw what he did against the Eagles. You saw what he did against the Giants. It was more up tempo stuff. You know, it wasn't hurry up, no huddle kind of stuff. But you got to do what makes Haskins comfortable. You got to see some of the things that worked at Ohio State with Ryan Day and Urban Meyer. You got to see what things work, you know, and he's better with an up-tempo offense. You know, when he's just dropping back and he's a statue, he's not really playing well. He's not even getting that much time in the pocket. So quick hitters, quick throws here and there. You know, you got to see – you see what they did to help out Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray never held onto the football for longer than really 3, 4, 5 seconds on Sunday. He was getting the ball out quick. He was firing passes very quickly. And that's what neutralized our defensive line. They were just getting the ball out quick. Getting the ball out of his hands really quick, you know. We cannot have Haskins really drop back. You know, we got to do some bootleg plays, get him more comfortable, get him out of the pocket, get him moving out of the pocket, you know, getting comfortable, you know, running around a little bit. So we got to do some quick hitters. Scott Turner's got to instill in the offense. He's got to get the running backs involved too. You know, where is the pass catching from the running backs? You know, all offseason we're like, oh, J.D. McKissick is another wide receiver. Antonio Gibson was supposed to be considered another wide receiver out there too. So it's like, where's the pass catching from the running backs? Where's the creativity with you know from Scott Turner with the running backs? You know, so I don't know what's going on with that. You know, so Scott Turner definitely has to open up the playbook, man, and get that going on, man. Get that going on. Dwayne Haskins plus y'all fans so weird, man. Dwayne, like I said, hey Dwayne, block out all the noise, man. Block out all the noise. Get off Twitter. Get off Instagram. You know, we don't want to see any of that stuff from you right now. We just want to see you play football and show up, man. Show that the league done messed up. Show that the league done messed up. Take some heat off the football. Stop beaming the passes at people. Have a little bit of touch on your passes, and then you'll be all right, man. Thank you for the first donation of the night. Extra Squad. Thank you for the donation. He said, I'm a believer in Haskins, but this fan base makes too many excuses. Look what Gardner Minshew is doing with the worst roster in the NFL. He's been behind with all the quarterbacks. He's been behind with all the QBs in the 2019 draft. Stop the excuses. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too. You know, I am guilty sometimes of making excuses for Dwayne Haskins. because we're like, oh, his offensive line, and a lot of it's factual, a lot of it's truthful. I think this offensive line is the worst in the league. Jaron Christian at left tackle, Brandon Sheriff being injured. You got Wes Schweitzer out there. You got Wes Martin out there. Chase Rouillet is decent. We don't have any. We don't have any people on this offensive line that we can really hang our hats on and be like, oh my gosh, this guy is definitely going to get it done today. Morgan Moses, I'll give him his credit. This has probably been Morgan Moses' best 2 games by far, probably in the last 2 years. Probably in the last 2 seasons, I would say that. So I'm going to give Morgan Moses his credit. I really am. I'm going to give Morgan Moses his credit. Wide receiving core doesn't help him out too much other than Terry McLaurin. Tight end is probably the worst tight end group in the league too. But you're right. I mean, Gardner Minshew is a 6th-round pick, right? Came out last year and played really, really well. You look at Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert played really well on Sunday. But once again, Justin Herbert has Hunter Henry, has Austin Eckler, he has Keenan Allen. He has a lot of weapons, a lot better weapons than what Washington has. But at the same time, that was his first start, and he didn't even know. Justin Herbert didn't even know he was going to start on Sunday. He didn't even know he was going to start on Sunday. So it's 2 different situations. I get it. And then you look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's been playing. Joe Burrow's game against the Browns was probably better than any of Haskins' games so far. And I'm not going to lie, Haskins won Rookie of the Week against the Eagles last year. He threw for 251 yards, which is not a lot of yards. I don't think Haskins has had a 300-yard game yet. And that is, something to be a little desired. But, you're looking at all the young quarterbacks, and yes, they are they're a step ahead of Dwayne Haskins. They are. They're a step ahead of Dwayne Haskins. Now, once again, I'll say a small excuse, a different offensive coordinator. This is another offensive coordinator for Dwayne Haskins in a span of 2-3 years. So, but I'm not going to give him an excuse. And now the things that he has to do where you can't give him an excuse is stop beaming the football, stop throwing the football in the dirt when guys are open and they got their hands up for a first down. You miss Logan Thomas on that 3rd and goal, a little bit of touch. That's some accuracy and touch is something that Dwayne Haskins has to really work on. And I think it comes with confidence. I don't know if it's nerves or he's just scared he's going to get hit right now. But right now it's not looking good. And there's room for improvement. There really is. The Browns, Joe Burrow was able to play really well against the Browns. So I really think that Haskins can definitely have a breakout game against the Browns. I really do. I think he have a breakout game against them. We gotta help him with the run game too. We really gotta help him with the run game. So I don't want to make excuses for him again. But like I said, there's just some factual stuff that you can't really ignore. The tight ends are lacking, wide receiver lacking, offensive line lacking. It's all just lacking. All of it's lacking. A lot of it's lacking. Wacky Eli said, "Let's sign Antonio Brown." He's suspended, so I doubt Ron's going to sign Antonio Brown. And Ron is really against signing veteran people. Veteran wide receivers. He's just not. He's not looking to do that right now. He's looking to go young at every position. Every position is going young, basically, except for signing Dontrell Inman. That was, I don't know. That was a questionable one, but we just really needed a wide receiver at the time. Yak Dog said they played years in college, has to play Wayne. Yeah, that's true too. But once again, Kyler Murray, I think he only started 1 year in college at Oklahoma, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to make that excuse too. But I get that excuse too. Haskins hasn't played a lot of football. He just hasn't played a lot of football. This was his 9th start, and it's showing. It's showing that he hasn't played a lot of football. What's up with 1,000 subs with no videos? What's going on, man? What's going on? Eric Huffman said Chris Godwin is a free agent. We need to sign. Yeah, we have to. This offseason is a big offseason. Last offseason was a huge offseason as well. Ron Rivera, he swung for the fences for Amari Cooper, missed out on Amari Cooper, and then after that he didn't make any moves. The next move he made a wide receiver was signing Cody Latimer. And Cody Latimer, in my opinion, was trash anyway. And we ended up releasing him because of some off the field issues. And I don't think Ron did a lot to really help out the offense. Not just helping out Dwayne Haskins, but helping out Terry McLaurin, helping out some of the guys on the offensive side. He chose not to pay Eric Flowers, and we're paying for that right now. We're paying for that right now. Maybe he should have thrown the $10 million at Eric Flowers. Maybe he should have paid him. Maybe he should have tried to go after a Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson's playing his butt off with the Panthers right now. Robbie Anderson signed a 2-year deal with the Panthers, and I thought that would have been great to help out Terry McLaurin, Robbie Anderson, and Steven Sims sounds really, really good about right now. It sounds really good right about now if he actually would have tried to make that deal. And you don't have to do a Paul Richardson deal. If Robbie Anderson only signed for 2 years with the Panthers, so we didn't have to sign Robbie Anderson to a long-term deal. I thought Robbie Anderson would have been a great signing. Emmanuel Sanders was available. Maybe Emmanuel Sanders just wanted to win, so he didn't come here. During like the GOAT says, or kept Dunbar. He didn't want to pay Quinn Dunbar. Quinn Dunbar apparently didn't want to be here either. So, I think Ron definitely was penny pinching this offseason. He did a lot of one-year deals, a lot of one-year cheap prove-it deals because he thinks it's a rebuilding year, which it kind of is. But at the same time, the NFC East is so bad to the point where, hey, maybe we could make a run. So I just thought Ron definitely could have been a little bit more aggressive in free agency this year. We're getting some more established, proven talent to help out a young quarterback. And you look at, he could have made a trade for DeAndre Hopkins. He could have. Look at what they did to trade for DeAndre Hopkins. We didn't have a second-round pick, but hey, maybe you could have tried to throw some picks for DeAndre Hopkins. You look at the Stephon Diggs trade. I got to look at the Stephon Diggs trade. But hey, I think this offseason he's got to either make a trade for a wide receiver or draft a wide receiver or sign another wide receiver. We have to get another wide receiver this offseason. We just have to. We have to really bad. Reggie Reyes said first thing we should have did was stack that old line with Khalil Lyman. Ron went cheap, and you get what you pay for. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You get what you pay for. You paid Ronald Darby 1 year, $4 million, and you see what we're getting from him now. He's getting burnt like toast, by guys like Jalen Reagor and Andy Isabella. So that's what happens. Troy Apke, he was already here. We didn't have to pay him any money, but Troy Apke, he's getting burnt. He was a practice star. He was a practice MVP. And, look at the wide receivers he's going up against. Maybe the wide receivers just weren't really challenging Troy Apke. And he looks so good in practice. You get to a real game, you're going up against DeAndre Hopkins and the boys, and it's just terrible. It's really bad. Dylan Gammon said next year with Alex Smith, all the books is our year to spend some money. Yeah. We have a good amount of cap space right now, honestly. I don't think cap space is really that much of a problem, but we definitely should have a lot of cap space to help out a young quarterback. If it is Haskins next year, or whether it's going to be Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence, I don't think we're going to be that bad to get Trevor Lawrence. But if we are bad enough and we get Trey Lance or out of North Dakota State or Justin Fields, they're going to need help too. So if you're ready to bail on Haskins and for us to draft another quarterback, being behind this terrible offensive line, they're going to struggle as well, But I do think that Ron Rivera, deep down in his heart, he really wants a dual threat quarterback. I really believe that. I think that he really wants a quarterback that can run. I really think he wants a quarterback that really has some speed, because you see how he talked about Kyler Murray, and you see how Ron Rivera had Cam Newton, a quarterback that can run a read option and make plays with his legs. I really think that Ron Rivera, deep down inside, really wants a quarterback that can run. And I think if we do draft another quarterback or sign another quarterback next year, it's going to be somebody that can definitely run and make plays with his legs. So that's what I really believe. That's what I really believe. Alex Smith is not playing, guys. I don't see it happen. I don't see it happening. I like Alex Smith, but I don't see him playing. But yeah, I really believe deep down inside Ron wants a quarterback that can definitely run. I think he prefers that. I think that's what he really prefers. Beast Mode 2.0 said, I'm tired of Cam Sims. Every wide receiver we draft makes the roster. He always ends up on practice squad. If he's good, he should compete for a spot. Yeah, I mean, you look at Robert Davis. Robert Davis is a guy that we hyped up. Robert Davis had a heck of a preseason. He played really well, caught a couple of touchdown passes, and then he ended up on a practice squad, and he got released, later on in the season. Cam Sims, he makes bonehead shacks in the full plays, dropping the football here and there, and that's why you're not on the roster. But now he got activated to the 53-man roster. Brandon Sheriff is on injured reserve for about the next 3 games or 3 weeks. So that is the update there if you guys did not hear about that. So that's some roster moves that were made today. And if you did not know, Hell Hinches was released last week. Hell Hinches has been signed by the Colts, by the Indianapolis Colts have signed Hell Hinches. Eddie Boy says play calling has been whack in the first quarter for sure. Rest of the game is okay for me, but 3 out of 4 is unacceptable. Yeah, I mean, whatever Scott Turner does in the fourth quarter, You got to do it in the first quarter. Do more up tempo plays, some more screen passes, some more short, quick plays, short, quick throws for Dwayne Haskins because the pocket is collapsing pretty quickly. We barely been able to do a play action play without it getting blown up and him being hit or sacked. I mean, so it's been rough. You got to do quick hitters. You got to get the ball out of his hands. And that's just kind of plays you got to call for Dwayne Haskins right now. You know, he's not really comfortable throwing the ball downfield with accuracy right now. And then maybe you could switch it up and try to go deep. You know, hit Terry McLaurin, but you gotta force feed. You gotta force feed Terry McLaurin right now. You have to force feed. You have to force feed. Dwayne Haskins plug. You're right, we lost one game, and y'all talk about all season. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to talk about that right now. You know, I want to talk about the Browns a little bit. You know, I'll talk about the Browns later down the line and see, you know, how we can beat them. You know, the matchups are going to be tough. You know, you're going up against Odell Beckham. You're going up against Jarvis Landry, and you know, I think they have Austin Hooper on the Browns too. So the Browns are very talented. They got Myles Garrett on defense. Offensive line is going to have a tough time against Myles Garrett. You know, they got Denzel Ward. But once again, like I said, Joe Burrow had a good game against the Browns. So let's see if Dwayne Haskins can do the same and somehow find a way to get a victory. Sean Davern Shears said, I never understood why we kept Isaiah Wright inactive wide receiver, but bringing up Cam Sims anyways. Can Wright not gun punts? What's the point of that? Why not put Isaiah Wright on practice squad if that's the case? Yeah, we might have to bring him up. We have to bring him up. Now we're gonna give Cam Sims a chance. I want to see what Cam Sims can do in a game. If he's not gonna make bonehead plays. Now he did well on special teams. He was helping out with the punts. You know, stopping the punts. Tressway did a good job. Tressway was actually hit during the game against the Cardinals. They didn't call a flag on that. I heard about that, and that was just refs cheating us right there. But I want to see Isaiah Wright. I do. I think we're going to see Isaiah Wright during the towards the end of the year. I think we're going to see more of Isaiah Wright towards the end of the year. Before the season is, I think Isaiah Wright. And if Steve Sims keeps muffing punts or fumbling the football on punt returns, then it's time to move on. It's time to move on. And I like Steve Sims as a receiver, but if he's going to keep fumbling punts and muffing punts, then yeah, we got to put somebody else back there. We got to put Isaiah Wright back there, Greg Stroman. Somebody's got to go back there other than him. OKG 2000 said should have kept Adrian Peterson. He could have at least given us a consistent run game. Scott Turner, Ron Rivera said he didn't fit the offense, but we run Barber and Gibson at the middle constantly anyways. I agree. I mean, for all the talk they were saying, we don't want Adrian Peterson. We don't want Adrian Peterson because he's an old school running back. We want to throw the ball to Jaden McKissick and throw the ball to Antonio Gibson. I mean, honestly, they're running plays that Adrian Peterson definitely could have did. It definitely would have been successful on. I get it. It's a rebuild. They wanted to go younger. They wanted to see what the young guys have with McKissick and Antonio Gibson. So I 100% agree with the move. I mean, I don't agree with cutting Adrian Peterson. I still don't to this day. But I 100% understand the move of why they released Adrian Peterson. I don't agree with the move, but I get why. But the play calling looks like it's stuff that Adrian Peterson 100% definitely could have did. It doesn't look like anything special that Adrian Peterson could not do. And Adrian Peterson is playing well for the Lions right now. He's playing really, really well. So HTTR 445, Dwayne Haskins stat prediction. Right now he has 2 touchdowns and no picks. So his touchdown to interception ratio is pretty good, honestly. So I think he will end up with about right now maybe 18 touchdowns and 10 picks, something like that. That's what it's looking like. He's getting 1 touchdown a game. So he's on pace for 16 touchdowns. So it'll probably be like 18, 19 touchdowns and like 12 interceptions. It looks like sometimes he's out there just not trying his best not to turn the football over. And I get it because last year he turned the football over so many times. The first game against the Giants, he turned the football over so much to the point where he's just like, I don't want to turn the ball over. So that's what he's doing right now. That's what he's doing right now. Stone Jack Baller said Antonio Gibson is going to be hell. Stay tuned. As long as the line doesn't protect, Haskins will have erratic throws. Any quarterback will. I 100% agree with you. I think Antonio Gibson showed some flashes where he was juking some guys. He had a great run against the Cardinals. He played a lot better against the Cardinals. In the Eagles game, he had one run where he could have ran for a touchdown. He definitely could have ran in for a touchdown against the Eagles where he took the wrong lane. I think he went outside when he should have went inside. And it could have been like a 70-yard run for a touchdown or something like that. But Antonio Gibson went he took the wrong took the wrong lane. His vision. He made a wrong decision there, and he admitted it. He went back and he said it during his press conference. He was like, "Yeah, I should have ran the other way, and it could have been a touchdown." So he has that home run potential. Home run hitting potential. Bryce Love is still on the roster, so who knows? Who knows? We could bring Bryce Love up for our game, and Bryce Love could break out. Who knows? But Bryce Love, they got to bring him in. I do want to see what Bryce Love can do. Burgundy and Gold fan all day. What's going on, man? That's my guy. He's a channel member as well. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Rufio says, yeah, we should draft a quarterback. I think everybody wants that right now. But like I said, you got to give Haskins 16 games. Let's see what he can do for the rest of the season. Let's see if he can improve. Let's see if somehow he gets us to 7 wins. If he can do something like that, then maybe you might want to hang on to him. But the thing is that he's not Ron's guy. Ron did not draft Dwayne Haskins. He wants to give Dwayne Haskins a chance. And I think Ron knows that, all the quarterbacks that are coming out next year. He knows, but if you got to have the first pick of the draft to get Trevor Lawrence. You have to get the first pick of the draft to get Trevor Lawrence. And I don't think we're going to be that bad. We're not going to be that bad. Poppy Perk says Josh Allen was terrible for the Bills surrounding him with talent. Give him time. I agree. Once again, I agree 100%. Josh Allen was trash before they gave him Stephon Diggs, John Brown, Cole Beasley. You got to give these quarterbacks weapons. He's a young – Dwayne Haskins is young. It's going to take some time, but I think Haskins is only really going to get this year to really prove himself. I think, unfortunately, if Haskins doesn't prove himself this season, then it looks like they're going to move on to a different quarterback. This is how it's going to go. Samuel Halley, yes, I agree. We do need another wide receiver. Yes, sir, we do. Dora Gunner, thank you for the donation. He's a super young team and offensive coordinator. People need to chill on drafting a quarterback. Yes, Dwayne needs to improve, but we need to get line help and weapons. Yes, I 100% agree with you. I really do. I 100% agree with that statement. I mean, everybody's young. You look at the wide receiver core. Terry McLaurin's a second-year guy, and I tried to tell people before the season started we were gonna. I predicted us to be 6-10, and the reason why is because you have a second-year quarterback who had his 9th start on Sunday. He's only started 9 games. He hasn't even started 10 games yet. Steven Sims, I don't even think he started 10 games yet at the wide receiver position. Terry McLaurin is a second-year wide receiver, and he's our best wide receiver on the team by far. By a mile, he's the best wide receiver on the team. It's not up for debate. I think Terry McLaurin is the best offensive player on his roster by far as well. So you look at the offensive line, left tackle is terrible. It's awful. Jaron Christian he's just not it. He's not it. And left guard, Wes Martin has to improve. He's gotten blown up a couple times. Brandon Sheriff is injured now. He's gotten blown up a couple times. Right tackle, Morgan Moses has been good. Chase Rouillet, he's been up and down. He's been a little inconsistent here and there. So offensive line, you can pinpoint all the skill positions are lacking. They're all young. It's lacking. It's a rebuilding type of season. That's what Ron Rivera keeps saying. He says the offense will not hit its potential until 2021. So, you look around and Dwayne Haskins is not working with much. Once again, I don't want to make excuses for the guy, but he's really not working with much. And to be a rookie quarterback, you need some help. You need some help from your wide receivers. You need some help from your linemen. You just need help from your tight ends. Your tight end position as a quarterback learning how to play tight end. So, I mean, it's just lacking. It really is lacking. The skill positions are lacking. Haskins does need to improve on his mechanics, on his footwork, his touch. Accuracy is bad. Pocket awareness is pretty bad. Right now, he's been playing at like a C- level right now. The first quarter, the first half has been trash. Second half has been better, though. If he can just play like he does in that third and fourth quarter, who knows? Dwayne Haskins could be a 10-year veteran quarterback in the future. He could be. He could be a franchise quarterback. I think he has the tools to do it. I think he has the work ethic to do it now. He's locked in a lot more than last year. He's locked into the playbook. He's taking things more seriously. I think he's maturing. He's a team captain. He gives great halftime speeches. So, I mean, he has the tools to be a starting quarterback. He has the tools to be a starting quarterback. He just has to go out there and do it. Shake off the jitters, shake off the nerves, stop worrying about Instagram, stop worrying about Twitter, stop worrying about looking cool. Just, go out there and play football. That's what he's got to do. So I 100% agree about that statement, Dorgan. And once again, thank you for the donation. The Giants fans are bailing on Daniel Jones too. I've seen a couple Giants YouTubers make videos talking about tanking for Trevor Lawrence. So they're in the same boat. You look at the Eagles. Eagles fans, their stadium, they booed Carson Wentz. Fans not even in the stands. They had fake crowd noise booing Carson Wentz, booing Carson wheelchair Wentz. So you look at the rest of the NFC East, they're all having quarterback problems. Every team. Even the Cowboys are having quarterback problems. Dak Prescott having contract problems. He's about to get the Kirk Cousins treatment. He's on a franchise tag. I highly doubt Dak Prescott is going to be on the Cowboys next year. I highly doubt it. The Cowboys should have lost on Sunday. They should be 0-2. They should really be 0-2. I'm really surprised. They had a miracle to be 1-1. They had a miracle. So you look around the FC East, they're going through it with the quarterback position right now. We just got to give our guy some time. He's got to improve himself as well. He's got to really improve himself too. So Beast Mode 2.0. Once again, thank you for the donation. We are the youngest team in the league, and he shrugs. Yes, we talked about that earlier. Once again, Terry McLaurin is 25. He's the best player on the offense by far. Steve Sims, I don't know how old he is, but this is his second year in the league. Jaron Christian, this is his third year in the league. He's barely gotten any playing time. This is what this was his first start against the Eagles, and he's not playing well. Wes Martin is young. This is what his third or fourth start in the league. Who else is on the offensive line? Now we got Wes Schweitzer playing right guard because Brandon Sheriff is out. Antonio Gibson, rookie running back. Antonio Gibson is a rookie running back. He only had 33 carries in college, and we're expecting him to be a world beater. So we got a lot of young guys on this offense. It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs this year. A lot of up and downs, man. A lot of up and downs. Micro, yeah, that's true, but at the same time, you got to look at the situation. Jerry Jones, he doesn't want to pay Dak. He does not want to pay Dak his money. He doesn't. Dak can have all the passing yards in the league. It doesn't equal wins. You can have all the passing yards in the league and you still be 8-8. You're 1-1. They really should have lost that game. You can have all the passing yards in the world. This is not Madden. This is real life. All passing yards doesn't lead to winning games. It doesn't. They got all the talent in the world, but they always end up being 8-8 and losing in the first round of the playoffs. So the whole NFC East really has problems at the quarterback position. Like I said, wheelchair Wentz, they booed him off the field. Fake fans, the crowd noise booed him off the field. That's how bad it is for Carson Wentz right now. So yeah, we are the youngest team. We are the youngest team in the league, man. And Door Gunner, yes, you're correct. Haskins is 3-6 as a starter. Daniel Jones is 3-12. You're right about that. Daniel Jones is struggling. He's throwing interceptions. He still has fumble problems. So we're not the only team right now struggling with a quarterback. I think a lot of fans have overreacted from the game on Sunday. I think a lot of people did overreact. You got to give them a chance. You don't just bail on a quarterback off of 2 games. You don't just bail off a quarterback on 2 games. It's a week-to-week league. It can really change. Now Scott Turner, he's really got to help Haskins out though. He's really got to help Haskins out with the play calling too. So. Dora Gunner, thank you again for the donation. Once again, he said we have wide receivers now trying to play running back and former quarterbacks playing tight end, and we wonder why the offense is struggling. I said that we got a quarterback, and Logan Thomas played in tight end. He's our tight end number 1, and then after that is Marcus Ball, who really is a rookie because he was on IR last year, or he was on a practice squad last year or something like that. And then after that is Jeremy Sprinkle, who can't catch a cold, who has hands like a snake. So. We have the worst tight end core in the league. We really do. But Logan Thomas played a lot better than what I thought. Logan Thomas could have had a touchdown in the end zone. It wasn't his fault. Dwayne Haskins beamed it in. Dwayne Haskins should have floated the ball in with a little bit of touch. And Dwayne Haskins missed that right there. He really did. He missed it. So should have been a touchdown to Logan Thomas. Inman isn't really good in my opinion either. He ain't it at best. Inman's really a 4th wide receiver in my opinion. So that's just how I feel about the roster. We gotta really improve. He said wide receivers now trying to play running back. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Antonio Gibson was more of a wide receiver in college. And also keep in mind Antonio Gibson only had 33 carries in his college career. Only 33 rushes in his college career. So he's still young at the position. He really is. Didn't get many reps in college. I mean, Antonio Gibson is an explosive player. I see the flashes, but Still very young and still inexperienced. Jaden McKissick, he's okay. I mean, we got a lot of C minus talent. We got a lot of C talent on this roster. C B minus talent. The only A type talent I see on the roster really is Terry McLaurin on the offensive side. Defensive side, I didn't talk about defense too much. Chase Young is a beast. He's played well. Defensive line played well. But when the defense is out there 3-and-out by the offense, turnover by the offense, muff punt or fumble by Steven Sims, the defense is going to get worn down. They're just going to get worn down. It is what it is. Secondary is really bad. Like I said, Trashkey is awful, and Ronald Darby is pretty bad too. Jimmy Moreland, he tries, but he's just too small. You're not going to be able to stop Larry Fitzgerald when you're 5'9". It's just not going to happen. You know, he's just going to muscle you and body you and catch the ball over. DeAndre Hopkins he was too strong for Fabian Moreau and too strong for Jimmy Moreland. DeAndre Hopkins was just too strong, too physical for those guys. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the donation. That's my guy. He said Chris Cooley gave Dwayne Haskins a D for his performance. He missed a lot. Also, he said with this offense, the team isn't going to win a lot of games. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people said that before the season started. I mean, this offense is lacking. I mean, once again, the offense is lacking. Like I said, it's a lot of young talent, a lot of young guys on this roster. It's a lot of development. A lot of development on this roster, man. A lot to be desired. A lot to be desired at the wide receiver position. A lot to be desired at the tight end position. You got Logan Thomas is our tight end 1 when he's really realistically Logan Thomas is a tight end number 2 or tight end number 3. To be honest with you, on a good team, he's probably tight end number 2, tight end number 3. To be realistic, he should. I like Logan Thomas. I don't want to go in on him too much, but realistically, he's a tight end number 2. You know, there's some opportunities that Dwayne missed with Logan Thomas where he overthrew him and missed him with a pass, threw the ball too hard, threw the ball in the dirt. Couple times, like I said, the third and 5, he missed Logan Thomas over the middle. The 3rd and goal, didn't have touch on that pass to Logan Thomas. So it's not all Logan Thomas's fault, but talent-wise, there's better tight ends out there than Logan Thomas that we could have gotten, in my opinion, during free agency that we could have gotten. Maybe a tight end in the draft that we could have gotten better than Logan Thomas, in my opinion. Who knows? But you know, that's what we got. We got the guy. Those are the guys we have to work with. Those are the guys that Dwayne Haskins has to work with. And, you know, he's got to motivate those guys and get them better. You know, the halftime speech, you know, you're a captain now. You got to show up and make plays and make throws. You know, you can't overthrow guys and miss throws and and rush yourself. Ron Rivera said that Dwayne has been rushing. You know, he's been making the right reads, but he's been rushing. You know, I don't know if he's scared about the pass rush or what. Just some jitters, some nerves. He's just got to get it out of him. So, I mean, Chris Cooley, he makes fair assessments, and he gave Haskins a D. I think I gave Haskins a C minus from that game. A lot of people are going to give Dwayne Haskins an F, but I gave Haskins. Yeah, he probably had a D plus C minus in that game on Sunday. I don't think the loss 100% was on Dwayne Haskins, but you know, you got to be honest. A lot of it was on Dwayne Haskins. A lot of it was. But collectively as a unit, we cannot shoot ourselves in the foot and be down 17-0 every week and think that we're just going to win games like that. It's not every game is going to be like the Eagles game where you can be 17 down 17-0 and come back. Let's see. Food versus food. You're a funny guy. We need Ryan Grant. You're a funny guy. I don't want Ryan Grant back at all. I really don't. He might be an upgrade over Dontrell Inman. That's how bad it is. But I really do not want what's his name, Ryan Grant back. Key himself, thank you for the donation. He said Midnight Confections money, sign Earl Thomas. I'm not desperate enough to sign Earl Thomas because Earl Thomas, you know, if he could not hold his composure, on the Ravens where they were actually winning games, then what makes you think he can hold his composure on a Washington team with a quarterback that's struggling with a young rookie quarterback and a defense that gets beat deep, you know, a few times here and there. You know, if Landon Collins makes a mistake like he did on Sunday, next thing you know, Earl Thomas is going to be fighting with Landon Collins. You know, so that's the things I see happening. And Key himself, you know how the DC nightlife is. You know how the DC nightlife has swallowed up John Wall, where John Wall is making silly decisions off of the court. You know, you see what he did in the video that went viral last week. You know, he's always up in the clubs. And I love John Wall. But, you know, Earl Thomas off the field has not made good decisions. You know what what happened with the domestic incident. So I really don't think Earl Thomas would do well in the city of D.C. First of all, for one thing, and I don't think he would do well in the locker room here. I don't see him and Landon Collins really getting along, and some of the guys on the secondary. So I think signing Earl Thomas would be counterproductive. Honestly, I know we're desperate to get Trashkey off the field, but to sign Earl Thomas, I don't think signing Earl Thomas is a smart move. I don't think he would be good in this town, in this city, and I don't think he would be good in the locker room either. Especially with a team that is supposed to be rebuilding, and we have a young rookie quarterback. So I don't see that. Shout out to Cameron Crow. I see Cameron Crow's getting a lot of love in the chat. I see a lot of people giving love to Cameron Curl. So I mean, maybe we should play Cameron Curl. Maybe he needs a lot of more playing time. Maybe he needs to start. So we'll see what happens with him. Somebody else had a comment as well. Sadiq Charles, he's still hurt. He's still hurt. Juice Alert, I love your confidence, man. I love your confidence. Thank you, man. He has us beating the Browns. The Browns are a tough matchup. They're a tough matchup. I don't know how I feel about that game. It's going to be a tough matchup. Baker Mayfield, he looked a lot better last week, but Baker Mayfield, he has more commercials than winning games. So Baker Mayfield, he's more about commercials than he is about football. So hey, maybe we could go up in there and win. You got Odell, Cajun Red 63. You're right about that. Eric Reed, I think he is still available. Eric Reed, the safety who used to play for the Panthers. Not Eric Berry, but Eric Reed. I think Eric Reed, he wouldn't be a terrible signing. He's not the best, but he would be better than Trashkey or Trapkey. He'd be better than Apke. I will say that. He would be an upgrade from Troy Apke for sure. Reggie Red said, "I knew that Apke hype was all talk." Once again, shout out to Juice Alert. He loves Dwayne Haskins. He's a Dwayne Haskins supporter for real. He always makes good videos about Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team. Joey Shakes, he's a Eagles YouTuber. He says, "Hey, bro, keep on pushing, man. You have a great night. Sorry about your." Thank you, man. I appreciate it, and I feel bad for you guys with all the injuries as well. It was a body bag game. I thank you guys for the W. Actually, I'm not going to thank you because we took the win from you guys. I'm not going to say I feel bad for you guys at all. I just can't because you guys are the Eagles. You guys beat us, 5 times in a row or something like that. We did beat you guys 5 times in a row a couple years ago too. But thank you, man. You Eagles, I think you guys are going to be. You guys played the Bengals, right? I think the Eagles are going to. I think you guys are going to get your first win. And if I were you guys, I don't know if I would bench Carson Wentz. I don't know if I bench Carson Wentz. I know there's a lot of people who want to bench Carson Wentz who are Eagles fans. I wouldn't bench Carson for Jalen Hurts. I wouldn't make that move. I know you don't want to make that move either. I've seen your videos, and I don't think you want to bench Carson Wentz either. So I wouldn't bench Carson Wentz at all. I wouldn't do that. I think it's too early, but and I know it's so funny how they had a fake crowd noise boo Carson Wentz. That was so funny, man. It really was. That was so funny, and that was so realistic because I know Philly fans would have booed him if that was a real game and fans were there. That would have been funny. Rufio says, "Yo, Joe Burrow is going to get his first win from the Eagles." You kidding me? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, the Eagles have been up and down. Actually, they haven't been up and down. They've just been down this year, 0-2. So I really don't see them losing to the. I don't see the Eagles losing to the Browns or the Bungles, whoever. I don't see them losing to the Bungles, but hey, who knows? The NFC, it's a week-to-week league. It's been a weird year already. So who knows? Maybe they do lose. Maybe the Browns. Maybe the Bungles do get their first win. Who knows? Poppy Perk says we need everything on offense except for running back. Yeah, some people would disagree with you on that. Some people think we do need another running back. We need a better running back. A lot of people want to see Bryce Love. I wouldn't mind seeing Bryce Love. Peyton Barber is okay, but he's not really a world beater. Peyton Barber's never been a star or a stud in this league anyway. I think his best season was like 800 yards or something like that. So running back, that might be a position of need too. I love Antonio Gibson. We just got to see more. He's a rookie, so we got to see more. I think he has potential, though. I do see potential in Antonio Gibson. I think he'd be really good in this league, but I think it's still too early to see that running back is not a position of need as well. Gene McKissick does look good. He looks better. Gene McKissick looks a lot better. He looks a lot better, for sure. Gooseman _Chris says, We should go after Xavier Rose. He backs up for the Colts. He can still play football. Xavier Rose was really bad last year for the Vikings, so I wouldn't go after Xavier Rose. I would not make that move. He looked really bad last year. He was probably, I think he was the worst rated cornerback by Pro Football Focus. Last year we burned him up last year as well. So when we did play the Vikings, so I would not make that move. Alice the Great Delaney Walker a free agent? I think he is. I do think he is, and I would not mind giving him a call because I would take any talent right now. I know he's a veteran, but I would take any talent right now. We need another tight end in my opinion. The guys just are not cutting it. Marcus Ball. I like Marcus Ball. He's young. We got to give him a chance, but I've kind of already given up on Jeremy Sprinkle a little bit. So I wouldn't mind bringing in Delaney Walker. I thought we should have brought him in during the offseason. Honestly, I thought if he can stay healthy, we're just desperate for a talent. We really are. I think a 1 year deal would not hurt. 1 year deal for Delaney Walker wouldn't hurt. I know it's late. It's late in the year. It's like really really late in the year, or it's not late in the year. It's only game 2, but I think Delaney Walker. I wouldn't mind bringing in Delaney Walker at all. I would not mind that. Josh Doxson. Josh Doxson opted out. He opted out of his career from day one anyway. He opted out anyway. He never really played football, honestly. He never did. The way he played, he was awful. Taylor Gabriel, you can take a look at him. Honestly, I'm just in for bringing talent. I don't care who it is anymore. I really don't. We just need talent. We need somebody to help out Dwayne Haskins to help out Terry McLaurin. It's that bad right now. It really is. It's that bad. All right, guys, I'm getting off in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I'm getting off in about 4 minutes. Typical Zach had a stat saying, "Hey, I just saw a thing where it says Dwayne Haskins was rated dead last in oxygen stats for 2.25 seconds. What you think?" Yeah, I mean he's been bad. I mean you got to look at the offensive line. Our offensive line has been giving up pressure in about 2 seconds as well. So Dwayne Haskins hasn't been good. He's been he's actually been better with quick hitters though. I mean you see the quick slants to Terry McLaurin. You see some of the quick screen passes to Steven Sims. That's where he's best at. And he's been better when we're getting the ball out quicker. So that's been the only time where Dwayne Haskins has really been successful when he's getting the football out. That's how he's been successful. He hasn't really been successful throwing the ball deep. I don't think he's thrown a deep pass this whole season. Honestly, I don't think he's converted on a deep pass this season. It's only been 2 games, but I don't think he's converted on a deep pass yet. I really don't. Al Boogie said, "Have you checked the waiver wire?" I have not. I have not. I have not. Yes, Zion. Yes, we do need to start Cameron Curl and Kendall Fuller is most likely coming back. Our secondary should play a bit better come Sunday. Yeah, our secondary can't really play much worse. But yeah, we do need to bring that up. KW said maybe time for no. I would not. I would not put in Kyle Allen. I would not. I don't. I think it's counterproductive. I think you got to see. You got to see what you can get out of your young quarterback. I think we got. I think we should give him the full season. I really do. I think we should give him a full season just to see. King Ivo, yeah, I see you, man. I see you, man. I know. I know. I know. I know. Ravens Nation. I know y'all happy because y'all won. I know you happy. But that's my guy. I would not. I would not put in Kyle Allen. I definitely wouldn't. I would not put in Kyle Allen. I would not do that at all. I don't think it's time to put him in just yet. Now, if Haskins is turning the football over and there's actually a chance to really win some games, then maybe. But I think this year is an evaluation year. It's time to see what Haskins can do. You got to give Haskins a chance. JT said Kyle Allen turns the ball over too much. Yeah, Kyle Allen's not much of an upgrade, honestly. He really isn't. I think he threw 18 touchdowns, 17 picks last year. He was sacked like 40 times. He took a lot of sacks last year too. So. Kyle Allen is not going to help at all, in my opinion. He might be better because he knows the offense, but I wouldn't put in Kyle Allen. I want to see more from Dwayne Haskins. I want to see at least 8 games this year. I want to see at least 8 games from Dwayne Haskins. Also, don't forget I do have a PO box that is in the description. So if you want to send fan mail, you definitely can. I will read your fan mail in the beginning of my next video or any video. Whenever you send fan mail, the PO box address is down below in the description. So make sure you guys check that out. Like I said, if you want to send fan mail, I will, or anything. If you want to send anything, I will definitely show it on the next video. Let's see here. Fiasco K said we need Archie, man. This is You're a funny guy. You really are. You're a funny guy. You're looking 6 years ahead. Zion, I don't know. I probably won't be streaming the Browns game. I probably won't be. I will be. Of course, I will be doing a preview. I'll do a reaction. I probably won't be doing a live stream. I probably won't be doing a live stream. It was rough. That live stream last week. Oh my gosh, that live stream on Sunday against the Cardinals. That was a painful time doing that stream. It was painful watching that. It was really bad. John Kelly says running backs more in the passing and get to see running backs getting yards and burning clock. Unfortunately, we got to utilize that to win this year. It gives our defense a breather at the least. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Scott Turner talked so much about the running backs in the passing game. You know, that was a big reason why we didn't sign another receiver because, you know, they were like, oh, we have these running backs that can catch the ball, and they haven't done that yet. I haven't seen them catch a pass yet, honestly. I really haven't seen it. And that was a big reason why they cut Adrian Peterson, a guy who could actually get some yardage running the football. And you know, I haven't seen the dynamic stuff that Scott Turner was talking about that everybody kept saying, oh, the offense is going to be so dynamic, so we don't need Adrian Peterson. But, you know, I'm not going to hang on the Adrian Peterson thing. I've let it go. I moved on. I still disagree with the move. It is what it is. And it's a young team trying to rebuild or whatever, so it is what it is. Brother Cap said Gibson caught a few, not many. He caught a few, but not many. He hasn't really busted for a big yardage run or a big yardage catch. No, Antonio Gibson has had some good runs though. He's had some good runs, but he hasn't really done much catching out of the backfield. And a lot of that is not his fault, though. A lot of that's not his fault, though. Phoenix Gamer said, might as well sign me. I can catch. Big Simple, what's going on, man? What's up, man? Brother Cap said they're going to have to really properly utilize Gibson's talent in the offense. He's 6'2", 221 pounds. He can be effective. Yeah, I agree. We got to use him more. He's more dynamic. We got to get our playmakers out there. Make and call better plays. Scott Turner has been pretty bad so far in these first two games. I really, you know, Kevin O'Connell was a better play caller than him so far. But you know, we got to give him some time. We got to give him some time. So we'll see what happens. Chris Rojas says Scott Turner ate it. I agree. I mean, we got to see more though. We got to give him a chance. All right, guys. So I'm gonna head out. It's been a good stream, and I will be. Reggie Rash says, "Put me in a slot. 500K fools either." I play slot too. I probably wouldn't be. I wouldn't get any separation right now because I'm too slow and I've gained some weight, you know. But I play slot receiver for 500K. I do the same, honestly. You can put me at say. Alex Gray said, "Put me at say." But yeah, say I'll just stay back there and not let anybody get behind me. It's been that bad. Trap key or crap key has been so bad. But all right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Guys. All right, y'all. Hail to the Washington football team. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be streaming every Tuesday this year or this season as much as I can. So stay tuned. We'll be coming out with a preview video on Friday, and of course, doing a reaction video on Sunday. So, all right, y'all. Hail to the Washington football team. Peace.